Let's span the state and predict the biggest Texas high school football games. These are the picks. Welcome into the picks, your guide to Texas high school football weekend. My name is Greg Tepper of Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. If the Texas high school football slate seems a little bit thin this week, that's because, well, it is. Week 6 is the biggest bye week of the year. There are 385 UIL teams that will not play this week. That's more than 30% of the state, but that doesn't mean there aren't huge games. There are massive matchups all across the state. We start in Gladewater. 7:30 p.m. Friday night at Jack Murphy Stadium in Gladewater. It's a battle of unbeatens out east as the West Rusk Raiders take on the Gladewater Bears. What are the keys to this matchup? Well, key number 1, let's get physical, because that is the name of the game for John Barry's Bears. They want to beat you up front and grind it out on the ground. They want to win in the trenches and then plow the road for their outstanding running back Eli Carter, who's averaging more than 11 yards per carry. This is a big-time test for the West Rusk defense. Can they stand up to what is a very physical Bears front, or will Gladewater run roughshod? Key number 2, spread it around. That is the name of the game for the West Rusk offense. They want to run the ball as well, but they don't necessarily have a bell cow. They want to give the ball to a variety of different playmakers, like their running back Tyrell Moore and their outstanding quarterback LaJavius Harper. They want to spread the ball around and make the defense guess. This is a big test here for Gladewater's defense. They've got to maintain gap integrity, make sure they stick to their assignments, because West Rusk has a number of weapons that can beat them. Can the Gladewater defense maintain its integrity defensively, or will West Rusk use their variety of weapons to go nuts? And key number 3, seniors on defense. There are a lot of young stars in this game that we're going to be talking about for the next couple of years, but defensively, both these teams have outstanding senior leadership. Orlando Cortez for West Rusk leads this defense, and Rashad Johnson has been excellent for Gladewater. 2 defenses that have led the way so far and have these teams undefeated. So, on this big stage, with likely the district title on the line, who can find the leadership defensively to get the win? Who am I picking? I'm going with Gladewater. I think that being at home helps in this one, but I really like this physical, grinding running game they have with Eli Carter and that big offensive line. Not to mention, their defense has been really lights out. The other thing for me is they have a depth advantage in this one. Remember, Gladewater was a 4A team last year that's now dropping down to 3A. They're going to have a few more players on the sideline that they can rotate in and out. West Rusk may actually be the faster team in this game, but I think the more physical team wins this one. Give me Gladewater. How about some Thursday night action? 7 o'clock Thursday night at Priggen Stadium in Cypress. It's a Houston area clash between the Cy-Fair Bobcats and the Cy-Falls Eagles. What are the keys to this matchup? Well, key number 1, the Eagles' unbelievable defense, and that has been the storyline for the Eagles this year. Cy-Falls' defense has given up 44 points all year, and they make plays. 8 interceptions on the year, 12 sacks. They live in opposing backfields. Dontrell Kelly, their defensive end, has been great. DeAndre Collins is all over the field. This Cy-Falls defense is legit. Can Cy-Fair find a way through, or will it be another big game for the Cy-Falls defense? Key number 2, the Bobcats' unbelievable defense. If you like those numbers that I just listed for Cy-Falls, get this. Cy-Fair has allowed 7 points all year, and they pretty much came in garbage time in their opener against the Woodlands. This defense looks like it did, well, last year when they won the state championship. Trevon Mosley, their linebacker, has been absolutely sensational. Hunter Rangel as well. This defense can fly around. So I'll ask the same question in a different way. Can the Cy-Falls offense find any way through the Cy-Fair defense, or will it be another big Bobcat effort? And key number 3, big game experience. So this is probably a playoff game, essentially. The winner of this game is going to be in the catbird seat to win District 17 6A, and if there is a big game experience advantage, it belongs to Cy-Fair. Remember, the Bobcats are the defending 6A Division II state champions. They've been fantastic all year, and they have played in big atmospheres, including the biggest atmosphere of them all at AT&T Stadium. Cy-Falls did make the playoffs last year, but they lost in the first round, and before that, the last time they were in the playoffs was 2015, when the current seniors on this Cy-Falls team were just freshmen. So there's an advantage there for Cy-Fair that they've played in the big games before. Does it matter, and how does it make itself known? Who am I picking? I'm going with Cy-Fair. I think you go with the defending state champs in this one because the defense has looked fantastic. And we didn't mention, but they're running the ball really, really well with Jalen Woods and this new sophomore, Jonathan Johnson. They've looked fantastic all year long. I do think Cy Falls, if they can hit a couple of big plays, can put Cy-Fair on the ropes and press this offense and win with defense. But for now, I'm going with the defending state champs. Give me the Bobcats. 7 o'clock Friday night at Fair Park Stadium in Childress. It is a terrific 3A versus 2A battle of unbeatens as Childress takes on Muenster. Two outstanding do-it-all quarterbacks in this one. Luke Latimer for Childress has been exceptional, and you probably know Parker McGrew, the quarterback for Muenster, from guiding the Hornets to a state championship last year. I think that there's another factor in play in this one. Not only is Childress the bigger team, it's a 3A versus a 2A, but I think Childress saw district rival Canadian lose last week, and I think they see an opportunity to stake their claim as the team to beat arguably in 3A Division II Region 1. I think they take advantage of that. Give me Childress. Let's head back out east, 7:30 p.m. Friday night at Bulldog Stadium in Carthage. It's a matchup of the defending 4A state champions as the Carthage Bulldogs welcome in the Pleasant Grove Hawks. And look, the story of this game is going to be the story of pretty much every game that Carthage plays the rest of the way. Can Pleasant Grove and their pretty solid defense, although it's struggled at times, can they slow down the Carthage attack and Gunnar Capps, their quarterback, a team that's averaging 7.4 yards per offensive snap? That's the whole name of the game. I'm not sure anybody can right now. Give me Carthage. Wildcat Stadium will be rocking 7:30 p.m. Friday night in Temple as the Temple Wildcats welcome in rival Belton. And this is a big-time rivalry game. I got to tell you, I don't know that there's a better atmosphere in Texas high school football than Wildcat Stadium in Temple when it is rocking. Belton quarterback Connor Carruthers has been outstanding. He's going to need to be outstanding again against this very good Temple defense. And I think the difference here is Jared Wiley, the quarterback for Temple. I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to be the guy that Temple needed. Now, what was I thinking? This kid's been incredible. Jared Wiley leads Temple to a win. 7 o'clock Friday night at the Mustang Bowl in Andrews. It is the Andrews Mustangs welcoming in the Hereford Whitefaces. Two outstanding explosive offenses in this one. Brett Leach, the quarterback for Andrews, has been really out of this world. And this running game with Cody Dixon for Hereford has been grinding it out. The difference here for me, the Hereford defense. I think the Whitefaces bring home the victory and the Herd keep rolling. And let's go down to the Rio Grande Valley, 7:30 p.m. Friday night at Lion Stadium in La Feria as Rio Hondo visits La Feria. This La Feria team's really interesting. They've got a super experienced defense that's been really good, and they're relying on a lot of youngsters offensively to get the job done, and so far so good for La Feria. But can they slow down Josiah Ortega and Rio Hondo? The Bobcats have been really, really special. This is a coin flip type game, really hard to call. I lean a little bit towards Rio Hondo. But those are far from the only big games in Week 6 of the Texas high school football season. Let's get to the lightning round. Euless Trinity survives their first trip to the Concho Valley. They take down San Angelo Central. Give me Hebron to edge Coppell, and Laredo Alexander topples Laredo Nixon. Hutto outguns Georgetown. San Antonio Wagner takes down San Antonio Brackenridge, and Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial beats Corpus Christi Ray. El Paso Andress beats El Paso Burges. Snyder holds serve at home as they take down Fort Stockton. And I'm buying in on Jasper. I think they beat West Orange Stark. Whitesboro edges Pilot Point. Shiner stays unbeaten with a win over Lexington. And give me Seymour just barely over Hawley. The Groover Greyhounds beat the Roscoe Plowboys, and Pleasanton stays unbeaten with a win over Kingsville King. Madisonville surges past Fairfield, and then our six-man game of the week. Give me Coolidge to beat Calvert. And those are the picks. What am I wrong about? Which games did I leave out? Leave comments down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter at DCTF. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/DaveCampbells. Follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/DaveCampbells. And of course, see us at TexasFootball.com. Thanks for watching. Enjoy Week 6 of the Texas high school football season. We'll see ya.